Hey everyone, I'm Brent with VenomPads.com explaining you the new Venom's series systems on not only the edge polishing systems, but also the scratch removal systems. I believe every shop around the world should get the complete Venom series, not only for edges, but also surfaces. Let me explain to you from the beginning where it starts. First, we're going to start with the 4-inch pads, because 4-inch pads are the most universal, because most fabricators around the world use 4-inch pads on the edges. And over the years, I developed a system where these 4-inch pads can also fix the surface scratches. So to start out, I'm going to explain. It all started with the Venom hybrid pad. My Venom hybrid pad came out, I guess, roughly 10 years ago. It was a hybrid resin, which meant it worked on wet applications or dry. It had a very unique mold, this mold that's specific to this pad. There's many other molds that look close, but it's actually unique to this pad. You'll find that there's no pad that has this exact symmetry. In any event, the Venom hybrid pads revolutionized the market on social media because it was the first time people really got introduced to 3-step pads. But this particular pad was one that over the years, like I have at least over a decade of guys using this. Some of these guys in the shops over the past 10 years actually use this one pad for every type of material. You name it, they do it. Dark quartz, the whole ladder. Also, they figured out how to use hard backer pads and were fixing surface scratches on it. So this was my flagship pad, and it still is to this day at VenomPads.com. The #1 sold 3-step pad there is the Venom hybrids. But during the research and development process over the past 10 years, I've always had people say, can you make me a pad a little bit more flexible? A pad a little bit better for polishing the surfaces? A pad, can you make me a little bit pad that dominates or a little bit better in the dark quartz? And these were all my original hybrid boys. So what I did was, after the hybrids came out, I came out with the Black Mamba pads. The Black Mamba pads work on dark quartz. I have yet to date seen any 3-step pad work on dark quartz better than the Black Mambas. So what happened is, and then shops started incorporating these two pads. Over time, they made their own custom pads between these two. And why it worked was, they share the same color, sequence, and grits, and the same numbering system. Coarse 1, 2, 3 high gloss. Since this was black resin and this was white resin, they knew what pads were which. So I didn't have to worry about the mold being different. So then eventually these guys started using their own mixed formulas. They were sometimes using a Black Mamba 3 with a hybrid 2. But since they were all the Venom series, it was easy for them to follow my sequence of color codes that I use. Then over time, people said, I want a pad more flexible. So then I came out with the Venom Flex pad, which is somewheres. Oh, here it is. Got so many of them I can't find them. Venom Flex pad. So what I did with the Venom Flex was, now I made the mold look different, so a guy wouldn't be confused between the hybrid mold. Because once again, these guys are using the same Velcro color system. They like my color scheme. So the Venom Flex became improved by two things. A really ultra flexible resin and a different mold that helped with flexibility. Then, over the years, we came up with the Venom Ceramic. The Venom Ceramic resin is an amazing ceramic resin. Once again, it works good on the edges, but its strength is fixing scratches on surfaces. And once again, it's a different mold. So with all 4 pads, 4 types of pads, you can mix them up, shuffle them up, no matter what. Use the same grit sequences, they're all going to work, even if they're all mixed. And your fabricators are not going to get confused if the Velcro, if the name, when you're changing pads off of the backer pads, when you're changing the Velcro off, you could sometimes the numbers wear away. So this whole system has the same color system. No matter what series, no matter what 4 molds there are, the guys are going to be able to tell the difference. That's user friendly. All the coarse pads are this color. So if it wears off, the guy knows this color is coarse, and it doesn't even matter which pad, they'll know. Because they got the molds too. So there's 2 identifying factors, the mold shape and the color. Then all position 2s are blue. All position 1s are red. So we got red for position 1. Position 2 is blue. Position 3 is orange. High gloss is that pink Velcro. So if you change it all up, this is what's good about, even if you mix them all up but stick to the same color, they're gonna work. So in theory, you can use a Venom Flex coarse with a Venom Flex 1 or another 1, doesn't matter, a 2, a 3, it doesn't matter which ones, they're all gonna work together. Because the great thing about all these pads are they all do work on all the materials. Every single pad works on all the materials. They also work on edges and surfaces depending how you use them. But they have strengths and weaknesses. So once again, the strength of the ceramic resin, that's the better one for the scratches. The strength of the black mambas, the black resin, the strength is for the dark quartz. The strength is going to be more on flexible in the coves or OGs when you're in the tight spaces. And the hybrid, the original, is the most universal 3-step pad. That thing can be used pretty much in most applications. I hope this video was informative in understanding how to use the Venom 3-step pad system.